Hello friends, this is Dr. S.M. Azad, teaching, training, mentoring the civil services aspirants over a decade. Today I appear before you for a brief discussions regarding that the core of civil services examination. Here, here I would like to discuss it, a brief information into the four major facets over there. How to cope up with the civil services examination, point number one. Point number two is what is the role of optional which plays significantly, and the third thing regarding that, especially focusing to the part of what history, and the fourth part is what myth and reality regarding the history. So begin with civil services examination. For the civil services examination, the core is what, from the ancient to the medieval time, ancient to the modern time, still this trend is prevailing on the basis of what, keeping in one sole objective for services to the community, services to the society is one of the core part over there. This is one significant part of that. And the larger spectrum of this idea is what, the system, the motive is completely solely keeping in view of what, keeping in view of how to provide the services to the community over there. This is the only examination in the country that the people from all the disciplines, and what are the disciplines regarding that? The discipline of humanities, the disciplines of science, the disciplines of commerce, all section of the society used to participate over here. And one significant part regarding this is what, nobody can say that this examination is easy for the commerce background, this examination is easy for the science background, this examination is easy for the course of the what we can say humanities background. Nobody can say over there, because it has been a very well balanced pattern of this trend. So this is the core part of that. Second significant thing that is quite noticeable is that it doesn't require any criterion regarding that the person should be this percentile, this percentage and this percentage. Only it requires a simple pass person from any recognized universities of India. This is the conditions written. Now come to the point number two. The point number two is optional always play a very crucial, it always play a very significant role over there. Very significant role over there. What exactly is the significant role regarding that? Because the optional paper comprises 500 marks, and this 500 marks play a dominating role out of all 750 marks, and this is one of the crucial part of that, because this is the core of the whole system over there. And why I given a suggestion, what is my suggestions according to my long experience regarding history, is that history covers very extensive part over there. It has a very extensive domain, and its approach should be according to that pattern over there. So the multi-dynamics domain it covers, because the syllabi of PT, the syllabi of mains, the syllabi of interview and essay is part of there. All comprises with a multi-dynamic facets in which the role of history is quite dominating over there. Because if you consider the topic of PT, that is history, the topic of PT, it is polity, the topic of PT, it is geography, and it is economy part of that. And another, since 2013, the culture heritage section has been inducted over here. It plays a very, very significant role. So you have to consider this part over there. And this is the core of this examination. And this section has been again expanded to the GS section. If you talk about the GS section, again it is what? Again it is paper 1, comprises by history, geography and social issues, then polity, IR section, then third one, ecology, environment, economics, geography. And apart from that, the fourth section is what? it is the section of ethics, integrity and aptitude. So these are the 4 section majorly dominating part over here. And out of this one thing is that is very much neglected part of that is the section of what? Essay. All the time people are assured themselves that essay, it is a very cake and it is a very simple part over there, but it plays a very, very significant role. If you go through the statistics of the 15th year, you will find that the successful candidate in normal sense, in normal condition, what we find over there in the successful candidates normally has, you can say, achieve a very good marks, a good point over there, and that is the good marks of what? Essay and optional paper. So these play a very significant role over here. And here again, one of the important part I would like to suggest to you regarding this one is what? The role of deaf. If you put down your biodata over there, the questions also originates from your name, from your place, from the date of birth, from your family background and the parents and your background about that. So all the things comprises with historical facets, historical basis. That is quite significant part over there. Another third thing what I discussed to you regarding this one is what? Your approach. How should be, you can say, how should be your approach and what approach you should have to adopt to covering the multi-dimensional facets over there. Because UPSC examination is conducted by a strategy design over there, and this examination is for the generalist. No specialized person from the specialized field, or you can say specialized disciplines comes over here. So a person who is going to serve the nation, as I told you in my earlier point, that the core part and objective is what? To serve the society, to serve the community. How to serve the society, how to serve the community is the main motive behind that. So if you have a scientific knowledge, if you are from the technical background, again you will have to concentrate, you would have to be very much clear about that. Overall, you will have to serve the community, serve the society, serve the nations, and strengthen the nation over here according to your services to the communities at all. So this is the core part of that, and that is the reason why there is a very core and intensive part of the training program over there, so that you can be accommodated with the mindset of that kind of things, that kind of idea, so that you can go and proceed over there. This is one of the significant part you should have to keep in your mind. And another part is what? Again, the part of what? The part of your approach. What should be your approach? Your approach should be multidimensional. Again, I'm repeating to you, what is that? Your approach should be completely multidimensional, and meaning of multidimensional is what? Covering the section of humanities, covering the section of sciences, covering the section of what? Commerce section. And that is the reason why the social issues, the political issues, the economic issues, the environment issues, the cultural issues, and life pattern, and it is complete a combination of the whole system. So you have to talk about the system. Your focal point should be towards the system. The mechanism of system you should have to keep in your mind. So your approach should be multidimensional, considering one part over there. Suppose I am going to pay stress for what? History has edge over other optional paper. The reasons behind that, what is that? Normally what it used to happen, all the discipline, all the paper of polity, economy, geography and culture part, all things are completely interdisciplinary, and no single independent question is going to ask from the UPSC. For example, if you talk about the COVID situation, if I ask you a question to you, if examiner asks you a question regarding that, is COVID section is a science issue? Is COVID is a social issue? Is COVID problem is what? A political issue, or it is a matter of health and hygiene? What you would answer? If you talk about that, if you have a multi-dynamics approach, then you would reach to the conclusion that it is a prevailing condition of what we can say pandemic, and it is affecting completely, you can say, deeply to the society, social part of that. And most of the social system is completely relieved by, supported by the political economic structure of the country. And again, if you talk about the newspapers and all the messages which is coming day to day, right, you will feel that the district magistrate or the civil servants are again performing a pivotal role over there, and they have taken the country control mechanism of what? Health, distribution of medicines, distribution of oxygen cylinder, maintaining the healthcare system overall too. So it is what? It is going to help you out when your approach is multidimensional. When your approach is what? Multifaceted, it will help you a lot. Another important thing regarding that, there is a great myth over that history is extensive, history is extended, history is most of the time, if you talk about that, history is what? Extensive, and many more time it comes to the point that history is also boring. But it is not like that. If you talk about history, the creator of history is the mankind. Man has created the history. Man has created the system. Man has created the complete mechanism of how to develop, you can say, surrounding an environment. So it is quite significant that you should have to understand about that. What are the contribution of mankind in human life, in making the society to the nations? It is again the contribution of human life, and human being is over there. So the history of human should have to be understood, and it should be understood in a different dynamics and domain. Why it is? Because without the historical basis, no science can exist, no commerce can exist, no technology can exist. If I ask you a simple question to you, which scientist has discovered fire? The answer is quite simple. It was discovered by the primitive man. If I again ask you a question to you, who developed the wheel of the cart, wheel of the car, wheel of the aeroplane? The simple answer is going behind that. It is what? It is simply a mankind. So this is why everything which is going in day-to-day life, everything which has been past, and everything which is became a longer past, that became the history. So the chronological understanding, the systematic understanding is what? Understanding of history. And without the historical facets, no man can survive. And simply I can say in a very precise way that history is the parameter to understand about your achievement. This is one of the significant things. And the approach of history should be reconstruction, rebuilding, revive the whole past of that. So all the time you used to say that the slogan Inqilab Zindabad. Why it is? Because it energizes you. You remember your past deeds, what the freedom fighter, what the patriot has given this pattern over there. You used to say Vande Mataram. Why it is? You want to unite the cultural integrity. You want to develop the cultural assimilations. That is significant part of that. And one of the significant part here I would like to say about that too. Since 2013, the UPSC has again restructured the complete syllabi, in which the culture heritage section has been incorporated over there. And the culture heritage sections, people used to think about that. It is again very difficult part to understand about the culture heritage. Why? Because the dance is there, because the music is there, because philosophy is there, because literature is there, and so many things. Even the food habit, the dress designing, different kind of, you can say the designing pattern of the bedecking of the marriages, and different kind of robe and dresses are there. Then Meenakari things are there. So many composite things are assimilated with that too. And that makes a culture and tradition. So it is not a matter to be studied in deeply. It is what? It is a package of life. And what do you mean by a package of life? A package of life is that kind of thing which is your essential need for the complete development and growth of a people, a society, a mankind. For example, I am in a different robe. What is that? I tied myself. I am in a white dress. Why? It is part of culture, and it energizes you. It shows your personality in a different perspective, in a different ideas over there. Same with the cuisine, same with the food habits and culture. It is again, so whatever the things are essentiality for the life, that is your culture. your celebration, your festival activities, your marriage celebration, and other activities, those who are going to perform in day-to-day life is what? Your culture part of that, and that is what? You have to preserve it. And the topic which has been incorporated over there, it is what? It is culture heritage. Why? Whatever the thing has been, you have been incorporated since the traditional time over there, you have to continue with that, and that is our identity, and that is called heritage. You have to preserve it. So that is the domain you have to keep in your own. And finally, what I can say to you, my very strong message for you too, what is that? In the interview supposed to be conducted in a very cozy, in a very ideal atmosphere, and you are supposed to be very friendly with all your interviewer. In this way, the thing begins with your name. Suppose your name is Krishna Prasad, so the question begins from Krishna Bhagwan. And again, if the date is regarding certain significant date of that August 15, again the question arises from it. Suppose you belongs from the Agra, then the historicity of Agra begins from there. So this is the process of interview. So if you have a historical facets, if you have a historical basis, if you have a historical background regarding that, you will be always achiever, and you will get an edge over there. That is one of the significant things you should have to keep in your mind. So thank you, see you, and all the best. Thank you.